depression, Alabama, harmonica, haiku.
Is there anything more annoying than a key fob battery getting low? That's what I'm going through right now.
I don't remember what that's like.
Oh, yeah.
No, we have my wife. I had to order the
whole thing.
Yeah. I got Amazon got a. There's such weird batteries.
Yep. I got a 10-pack coming. So I'll be set on key fob batteries for the next couple lifetime. I'll hand them down. It'll be family heirloom.
You can't buy just one.
No.
That's the thing that sucks. It's like, I just need one. And they're like, here's 40.
Here's 40 for you and your friends. Christmas is coming up.
Yep.
Little stocking stuffer.
Key fob.
Key fob bads.
Oh my God, dude.
Spicing it up today. I'm wearing a nice flamingo shirt.
Again, because you're going on vacation?
Shout out. Maybe that's the mood subconsciously. I didn't know that. Yeah, we're recording this on Halloween. So we can't really say Happy Halloween because then by the time this comes out, it's already a week past that.
We have a new president. Is this?
Yeah, we might.
As of yesterday, we will have a new president.
Unless you listen on Patreon, you'll be one day ahead of the presidency because you'll get the episode early.
Right.
What a weird time!
What's going on? It's right in the middle of the Patreon release and the regular release.
Run, Doug, run! Fuck, Doug! Fuck, Doug!
We might need to get a boat.
Yeah, we might need to get a boat and get the fuck out of here. Episode 125. There's something you want to see on the show, you send that in to heyguys@canyoudontpodcast.com. What we were just talking about with the Patreon thing. Come on over there and check it out. Just take a little peek.
Over. Come on over, baby.
I won't hurt you. Yeah. Come here, darling. Come on. I just watched that video again not too long ago.
Yeah.
Still creepy as shit. Yeah. But anyway, you get the bonus content and the early release episodes and some merch discounts and all that stuff. And you sign up at patreon.com/canyoudontpodcast. You'll also find a link in the episode description. We have tons of new merch.
Stroking out over there.
Nope. Just had a burp. I was holding in. We have tons of new merch, but before we get there, we have to talk about who won this last giveaway.
Yay.
Should we not say his name yet? Should we just call?
Just give him a chance to pick up. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see if he'll pick up. We're gonna FaceTime him live on the show right now. Let's see if he picks up.
Oh, I'm excited.
Nope, unavailable.
No.
Should we record a video for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
5. We don't need a 5-second countdown.
I know. God, hurry up.
Hi.
Hey, Matthew.
Matthew Cooper. We're leaving a message right now. You won the giveaway. We're gonna email you. Okay.
Congratulations!
Yeah. So anyway, we love you. Look for the email. Bye. That's gonna be a funny message for him to get. So he won the decision to either send us something random for us to sign and we'll send it back, or just leave that decision up to us and we'll send it to him.
What I would do is I would check to make sure I had just one dick. Like if I had a secondary and a tridary, I would probably send like the tridary to get signed.
Send it in there. Just to pop it off and throw it in the mail.
Yep. And we'll send it back.
Oh man.
Pop it back in.
If whatever shows up has a biohazard label on it, are we opening it?
Not here.
No.
Not it.
Nose rule.
We'll take it down to the river
and throw it in the river.
And use like a robot.
If you open it up and it's a dick, I just throw it in
a real dick?
Yeah. And if you don't know what we're talking about with the 3 dicks, then I'm assuming you didn't hear the bonus content last week. Anyway, so we're going to do another merch giveaway. We're just not going to talk about it right now. We have some new merch. Let's go back to that. We have some sweatshirts. We got some t-shirts. We got another coffee mug in there. We've been meaning to make this one in particular with the gorilla for a long time. The unofficial mascot.
Yeah.
And then we just talked about jerking off a gorilla. So we figured, why not make a gorilla O-face t-shirt?
And then look at the glasses.
I know the glasses has the CYD in there. And then we got like an arcade themed cup and a sweatshirt, and then we have a sweatshirt and a t-shirt that just says "flong" on it.
I love that green.
Thanks. I'm colorblind, so I mean, fuck me, right?
Yeah.
I picked a good green.
Yeah.
Nice. I would have. I don't even know if that's green.
He's like, I thought I was putting orange on there, but
it looked like old video game. Speaking of, look, did you see the alternate of the flong shirt? It's that neon green.
God.
Neon green with the dark green on it. It just says like in retro kind of arcade font, it just says F apostrophe long, so flong.
Flong.
And god damn, I don't know why that's so funny to me. But all that merch is available right now at canyondonepodcast.com. And again, we'll talk about our next merch giveaway. You guys are going to love it as we head into the holiday season.
Holiday.
Doing confessions next week, doing a flong on the show today. You ready for that big ass hog? And before we get
I've
into,
already been lubed up, ready to receive it.
Received. And we got a quick little message from our Sky Zooming son, Eric. He writes, "Hey guys, your airline pilot kid here."
Nice. We're proud of you.
Yeah, good job. I know I just wrote in recently.
Yeah, good job.
Can you imagine if these really were all of our kids?
Yeah.
Send money.
Yeah. Hey, my birthday's coming up. Can I get $5? Yeah, I guess.
You're an airline pilot.
Like covering this and being like, do you remember Eric? No idea. I know I just wrote in recently, but I had to tell you this. Last week, climbing out of Phoenix, we saw some hot air balloons. Damn right you did. They didn't show up on the TCAS, the radar thingy that shows us other aircraft. I asked the air traffic controller if he could see the hot air balloons on radar. He said, not usually, no. So new fear unlocked. Jets going 250 to 300 miles an hour. There is a speed limit down low. Have to not hit these things by looking out the window alone.
Ugh.
That's so funny. Oh, God, a balloon!
How do you get out of the way? Like, at that point, you just got to run him over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I mean?
Just
not run. You
It's
know
like
what
a deer.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
run,
it's like-
you gotta drive through it.
Am I going to swerve and kill my kids, or am I going to take out the deer or the hot air
We're going
balloon?
to take out this wicker casket.
Yeah.
I mean, they're already going to die. Just put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Unrelated. Damn it, Brian, your reading has gotten worse.
Oh, shit.
Love the show. Your escapism and dark humor helps more people than you know. Eric.
I want to I just want to think about him flying a commercial airliner with 300 passengers listening to this show.
Reading the would you rathers to the air traffic controller.
Yeah.
He goes, clear to land. He goes, one more question for you.
I got a zinger for you.
I got a zinger.
Picture this. So you have a gymnasium full of 100 Helen Kellers with guns, or 50 Stephen Hawkings that can go 25 miles an hour. Which one would you rather do?
Which
Excuse
one
me,
would
come
you-
again?
Yeah. Okay, we'll try a
Please quit
different
the chatter.
one.
We'll try a different one.
You have to jerk off a silverback gorilla.
You can use your dick, but you have to take it off and keep it on a cord that's extending into the bathroom.
Just land your plane, sir.
Okay. Roger that.
Just bring her in.
I don't know. I'll tell you when you land.
Okay.
Roger that.
Roger that, 10-4. Okay, ready to move on?
I am.
Get the show rolling. Speaking of
Yes.
would you rathers, go, Zach, go!
Hey, shut up! Start the show already!
Go, Zach, go!
I got.
You want to read this, feller?
Well, I don't know now.
Oh, did
apparently
you-
my reading's gotten worse.
You're doing okay. Just don't let it get in your head.
I was going to say you
late.
asshole, but maybe Eric will be my pilot someday, so I don't know if I should do that.
No, it's okay.
He just crashes the plane because I'm on it. I'll show him.
I'll show him what it's like.
Yeah.
All right, go. Fucking dick.
All right. From the fucked up mind of our son Seth.
Yes,
you know,
Seth.
he's got a mind of.
And he's
I don't
got
even
it.
know.
And he has a butt with our logo tattooed on it.
He does.
So
We appreciate him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not a
so
pilot,
this is not a bomb, not a pilot.
yeah,
So this was kind of a hodge. What would you call it?
a mashup, a combo.
Mashup. So Seth sent in a couple,
Yeah, he gets on a roll
and
sometimes.
his mind is. I don't know how to describe
Well,
it.
again, he has a tattoo of our logo on his butt.
Right.
So I don't think you can paint a better picture of his mind.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect blueprint of where Seth's at a lot of times.
True.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing is taking like two parts from two different ones,
Yeah.
mashing them together, and we're gonna see what we got.
we got a super Seth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super Flongs, Seth Flong. Would you rather have to use a bidet that only shoots out semen? That's a lot of just semen,
Getting
just spraying
semen.
out.
And I've never had semen blasted into my butthole. There's a lot of people out there that have.
Yeah. Have you ever
I
been blasted
haven't.
by semen in general?
My own.
Not your own semen.
No. I have never been. No friendly fire so far. I'm not.
Friendly fire.
You know.
Oh, a little drip
Whatever.
on the leg.
Come happens. You know.
Yeah, it does.
You know. Who knows what situations I'll be in down the road? But so far, to 39 years, I haven't had another penis come on me.
Okay. Yeah, you can't read the future.
Don't knock until you try.
Oh, yeah. Or
what?
have to eat every meal in front of starving children, unable to offer them any food.
Seth! Fuck, Seth! Fuck!
And you know what's funny is, like, as fucked up as both those things were, those are just halves of two other parts
And I forget what we took
just
out.
as fucked up.
Yeah.
Something about a homeless guy jerking off.
Jerking off and using a tampon to wipe.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is what we're going with. This is the combo we've put together.
I feel so bad. The idea of, like, sitting there eating like a steak and mashed potatoes, and it just
Like the plate, like,
yeah, the little,
and you're just like, so what you guys been doing today? And talking to a group. They're all like, they're just sitting there.
yeah,
Their heads are down. Like they're clearly hungry.
just starving.
Starving.
You can see their bones through their skin.
With that one song playing.
In the arms of and you can't offer them anything. So what are you talking about at that point? Like, you know who would love
looking
this? You know who would love this meal? You guys.
Dude, this is... What is that? What do you guys got over there?
What is that, rice?
What is that, air? What is that, air? Wind? Is that wind you got over there? You guys want to pass the wind?
Yeah.
Can you blow the
We
flavors
get
in their face?
Wind of this meal.
Oh, man. Some French fries and a Whamburger? That's tough. I whatever. Like if I'm watching like a murder or a horror movie and kids are getting killed, like I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
Like that's like the line for me. I'm like, I don't like there's certain movies I can do it in a way where I'm like, okay, I can keep watching. But as soon as that starts happening, usually I'm like, no, too much. Too much.
Agreed. I remember we watched the Genghis Khan show.
I don't
It
know.
was on Netflix, whatever. We watched.
Just killing a bunch of kids?
No, he's like it was raiding, doing a bunch of other things, but then he suffocates the emperor of China, who's like a 2-year-old kid. And he invites him, and he just like goes to hug him. He just squeezes him, and it's just showing him squeezing the life out of this kid. And my wife and I were both watching it, and we're like, ugh. And we never picked it up after that. There was just something like, oh man, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Like we watched people get massacred, but he suffocates a kid.
No, that's where that line is. So the thinking about eating food and just being who I am in front of starving children and not being able to do it. But of course, the comedy side, it's like, yeah, what do you talk about?
I visualize you having like a napkin too, like
Good day, yeah, good.
You're like,
While you're wiping some A1 sauce out of your mustache. Good day at school today, huh? Nothing. What? Nothing?
I get nothing
I
from
get
you.
nothing from you guys.
I give you gold and you get nothing.
You have a hard time hearing them over the foil of your baked potato.
God, you open it up, the foil, it's just steaming coming out of it.
You get rubbing butter on there. If I could, I would give you guys some.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, you know that, right? Yeah. I mean, every meal. Does that include snacks? Like you open the cupboard, you grab out like some Doritos, and you close the cupboard, and there's 3 starving kids there, and you're just like,
oh, it's like even at your house.
yeah. He's like,
Midnight snack. You come down. You come down, like heat up some Thanksgiving leftovers.
yeah. And then yeah, the
grabbing turkey
microphone, the microwave beeps. You open it up, and then as soon as you close it, behind the microwave door is just 3 starving kids.
You
looking
see
at
the reflection in the glass as you
You're like-
shut it.
Turn around. You're like, what do you want?
How could you ever enjoy?
Shoo!
Yeah, oh my god, dude. Because there's nothing, dude. Getting that like a midnight snack where you're just fucking hungry. You're like, God, I can't wait. It's just this meal that I had earlier. I get to finish it off, and you go to sit down on the couch, and like you get all your stuff ready, and get your drink, and you turn on Netflix, and
peeling the top off a Hungry Man.
yeah,
Ow. It's steaming on your hands a little bit.
Yeah.
And you just look up, and in front of the TV, like you're trying to watch a baseball game, and in front of the TV, it's just 5 starving kids.
it's the same group.
And you're just like, God
every
damn it,
time,
can you
too.
move, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, after a couple years, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, they're just annoying at that point.
Like looking through you can watch me eat, just watch from the deck.
Yeah, yeah.
You pull the blinds down. And you crack them just enough so they can see, and you're like, God. And
Yeah, because technically it had
your
to
whole
be
family's eating. Oh yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up.
yeah.
Your whole family's inside, and
You're all doing a
outside
prayer.
is-
Thank you for this bounty, oh Lord.
And then outside is a bunch of starving kids wearing your jackets. Like you're trying to be nice. Their hats don't
They
fit.
didn't say anything about offering them winter
Clothing.
gear.
Yeah. You just can't offer them any of the food.
That's fucked.
And then let's hop over here to the bidet of cum. God. So the amount of water you need to have a nice clean butthole, that's not all your cum. So where's that coming from? You get it. Where's that come from?
I imagine there's just like a reservoir of
like a hot water tank of semen?
yeah, like people just come over to your house and they just jerk off into a hose and it goes into a reservoir.
Some back alley deal with a sperm bank? Mm-hmm. You got my cum?
You get all the defective cum.
You're out back, like a secret knock. He's like, did it. And they're like, Brian's here.
Yeah.
And they crack the door and you're like, do you have my bucket of cum? Yeah.
They give you the bucket. They give you like one of those little, like the paint can to pry it open. They give you the little thing that you need for it.
He's driving home and you start like,
Yes, sloshing.
and you go home and go in your basement and pop your tin off. And you're just like pouring cum in your bidet cum holder. Fuck.
Oh.
That's some nice viscosity.
Do you have my cum? Is my cum ready? Yeah.
But it's, I guess
It's $200. It was only $150 last week.
so not only do you have to use that, you have to pay for it too.
Well, I mean, how are you going to get all this cum to? I have to poop. Do you have my cum?
They donate it.
What? Yeah, but they make money off it, so you're cutting into their profits.
True.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're just down like downtown,
Well,
beautiful downtown Spokane, walking around homeless people, ask them to jerk off in a bucket
Well, either that or you just
for a
jerk off
couple
a
French
lot.
fries.
Like every time you jerk off, you
Yeah, but no,
collect it.
Think about how much water you need to thoroughly clean your butthole. What's the average amount of cum that comes out of? It's like a couple teaspoons or tablespoons.
Well, if you know,
I mean, you're
depending on how
telling
much
me.
you jerk off.
I thought
Wait, you like jerk off all over?
you just jerk off into your own butthole.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that, but you might be able to.
Yeah, I am a bidet.
No,
I am a cum bidet.
the lady or the guy that you're with, after you finish on their chest,
You just rub your butt
and
on their.
she's like grabs the towel, you're like, no, wait. And you're like
You
scooping
get a
it up.
squeegee?
Yeah,
Squeegee off her boobs.
it's
into your
rolling off the side of her, and like,
and you just into a mason jar
Ugh.
that you've been collecting.
Mhm.
Oh,
Here, hang on, I'll get you a towel. I gotta go throw this into my cum bucket.
I don't know why. That thought of like you pull out and you cum on her chest, but then like you haven't washed your butt, so then you just start rubbing your butt all over her boobs to clean your butt off with your own cum. Yeah.
What if she wants to use the bidet?
Whee! Slip inside. Yeah, exactly. But it's your problem because you have to use the bidet full of cum. She pushes the cum bidet aside and then brings the real one in. Yeah. This isn't like a family thing.
So there are two bidets in your bathroom: a cum bidet and a water
One's
bidet.
full of cum, one's full of water.
His and hers, and
His and hers, and cum and jizz.
okay,
Jizz and hers.
jizz and hers.
Oh, I don't know, man.
What was the first one again?
And then wiping, and it's just like, I mean, because it would be somewhat clean. It's mostly water or fluid, whatever is in there.
I think if you could mentally get past that, it's
Cum.
It's cum. It's like it's just a thicker.
Whether it's yours or not, does that make a huge difference?
Would you rather I spit in your mouth or came in your mouth?
Spit in my mouth.
Oh, I thought maybe it would be a little bit tougher decision.
No,
Why?
because one's cum and one's spit.
Yeah, but mentally, that's what I'm saying. Like, why is cum so bad and spit's not?
Because cum's cum and spit's saliva. One's from your wiener in my mouth, and one's you spitting in my mouth.
It's not from your wiener though. Like I have to imagine the inside of your wiener is pretty clean.
Drink your spit or drink your cum.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I mean,
This is the worst day of my life.
I was just trying to see how hard of a decision that would be.
I think still spit. I'm not drinking your cum. Will you fucking leave me alone?
Dude, spit
Grow
is
up.
still gross too.
Grow
dude.
up, drink my cum.
Yeah.
Is that our next t-shirt?
I'll eat a butthole if you eat my cum.
What? Seems like a lose-lose. One, you get to lick a butthole, and then I just have to drink your cum.
Okay, how about I
Lick my butthole.
how about I use my semen to wash
my
my butt, and then you eat my butt?
How did we get here?
I don't know.
I think I'm going to eat in front of starving children. No, I'm not. I'm going to clean my butthole with cum.
I think I'm gonna eat.
Thanks, Seth.
Yeah, I it'll wear off at some point.
You're just like, some more cum in my butt.
No, I mean the kids, even in front of the kids.
Yeah.
Like after a while, it'll become normal.
Just the normal thing. At a barbecue and like the kids are off in the bushes watching you eat a chicken sandwich.
They're always just like huddled together watching.
Yeah.
And then people are like, what's with the
Kids over there.
starving kids over there?
I don't know, but they're going to disappear as soon as I'm done with this sandwich. Watch, ready? And they just go.
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future.
Whoa!
They start dissolving.
Yeah. I'm picking cum butt. Zach, do you have a thing to say?
Not really.
You just been grossed out over there?
Yeah, a little
like
bit.
me too.
I
Yeah,
guess, I guess cum butt would be less immoral.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
I mean it's
We got to get out of here. This is too much. People.
Thanks,
I wonder how many
Seth.
people turn the episode off by now. This is too much. What are you picking?
my nose.
Oh, yeah. That's not in there, either. Or pick your nose. Oh,
I'll do cum butt.
all right. Cum
Just
butt.
because.
Just because I don't want you guys to be alone.
Yeah, well, just because I don't want to seem.
We can share the same cum reservoir as we wipe our
Oh,
butts.
God.
All right, moving off. Let's. What are you thinking about, Zach?
Hey,
Hey, what's up, babe?
what are you thinking about?
Nothing. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about a lot of shit.
What are you thinking about?
That was a lot, even for this show.
Think so.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't have my fingerless leather gloves on.
Maybe that's why you felt like you had to get out so soon.
Yeah.
I was.
No, it's too much. No
Fighting.
one likes that. All right, I guess I wasn't prepared for battle. Okay, now I'm ready. All right, what do we got? What do we got here?
Okay, so this was actually sent in from one of our kids, Kyle.
Okay, and it got your brain going a
Yeah,
little
it
bit.
just made me start thinking a little bit. So, let's see. Headline: Qantas Airways apologizes for R-rated film.
Oh, okay. I saw this article, but I didn't click on this when it was inside the script. So, but I have seen this. I have seen this article, so I know where you're going. Go ahead.
So the Qantas Airways caused a stir after broadcasting slightly racy movie across an entire flight. They apologized to the customers. Basically, it was playing on the screen.
Okay. What movie was it?
It's one with Dakota Johnson. Daddyo follows a woman portrayed by Dakota Johnson,
Okay.
who was in the 50 Shades, right?
Never saw
She
that
was
one
in
either.
that. I didn't see it either. But anyway, it was like showing nudity and sexual material, brief graphic nudity.
So
and
it
all
went
that.
down, and they're like, "This is the movie for everybody,"
Yeah,
and they're just like, "Sorry."
kids and all.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
But yeah, okay, got it.
it is. Well, it is funny because I remember sitting next to a guy who was just watching he had his iPad and was stuck to the thing, and it was just like it wasn't stripped like Showgirls, but it was like that where it just
Like, is that tits?
blatant nudity, and he was just like this, and he was like.
He's like, huh?
He's just eating.
Eating like puffy Cheetos,
Yeah. And
cheese puffs.
Yeah, just
One of those like giant jars from Walmart of cheese puffs. Watching an NA or whatever it's called. What's it called? But it's something
mature MA.
Oh yeah, MA.
Yeah.
Not NA.
That's not applicable.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
So funny.
It just got me thinking like the weirdest places you could have an inappropriate video play, whether
Yeah.
it's intentional or accidental.
Right.
And so let's say let's say you're at Disneyland, something like that. And let's say there's a giant screen and it's playing like Disney things on a loop or whatever. Imagine taking your kids to Disneyland and it's like there's princesses and doing all this stuff, and someone hacks in the computer and puts on like
and Taken 3 or like whatever, some action movie with tits and hookers and guns is just playing on a massive
like Kill Bill with
200-foot projector screen.
Yeah, I mean, you could go the porn route where it's just graphic nudity,
Yeah.
and sexual content, which is like whoa. But you could also do that where you're like, yeah, it's just this just over the top action graphic heads being lopped off, blood spurting everywhere, but your kids are at Disneyland.
You're standing in line to get a churro, and like, that's just playing in the background.
Human centipede.
Yeah.
Human centipede. You're like, let's go get our fast pass and get out of here before this next scene. Come on, kids.
And it makes you think, like, what would be the worst place for something like that to happen? Like, obviously, a place like Disneyland where thousands of people, tons of kids, or like more adult thing. Let's say you're at a funeral and they're going to play the video of the person's life, you know? But then they play the video, and it's just like, what if it was a sex tape that they made, like the guy was a part of or something, and he's just like, oh yeah. Oh. And she's like, fuck me, and then she's sitting there next to her kids in the funeral,
and one guy gets in a suit, like wipes a tear.
Yeah.
God, that's a good dick.
Yeah. Oh, he's really giving it to her. That's love right there.
Yeah, just
in the arms.
Or what can you? Or a funeral where he gets through the slideshow, and then at the end he goes, and then his favorite movie was Titanic or whatever, and he just starts from the beginning.
3 hours. Doesn't say.
And just stands there and stares at the screen and makes everyone watch a whole movie. And his favorite movie was Despicable 2.
I love that. Django.
Here you go. Enjoy.
I love it. Yeah, it's like, or like an old Western or something. It just, and the horses come riding over the hill.
And the whole time, everyone's like, he's not going to play the whole fucking movie, is he?
You're waiting for like,
and he just never looks away.
Yeah. Or there's like a shootout, and he's kind of like,
he turns and raises his eyebrows.
Yeah, this little eyebrow raise, like,
he pauses it, and he goes, "This camera work for 1920 is pretty impressive, huh?"
Really ahead of their time.
Really ahead. I mean, I see why Jerry liked it, and then just like clicks, pew, the old bullet noise,
bouncing off rocks.
Yeah, and then pauses it. He's like, that's a Appalachian quarter horse, which is Jerry's favorite horse.
You can tell by the hindquarters.
You can tell because of the way it is.
There's always a guy up on top of a thing that he like a water tower, always falls up.
Whoa, half a flip.
He does that half
perfectly
a flip
behind a wall.
Yeah, right on a.
So you can't see these falling onto a pad.
Yep.
So that's good.
Something like that, or like a wedding where it's the. I don't even what. My mind immediately went to, let's say, Riley Reid. Isn't Riley Reid married now? She's the porn star.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow her career.
Imagine you don't follow her on Twitter.
No.
Like,
I wonder what she's up to today.
Imagine what, like, you're at a wedding, and then it's like they play a tape of her past work or something, and the husband's standing right there, who's not in the porn industry.
But all of his groomsmen are just like fucking gangbanging his wife.
Yeah, all of the guys. Yeah, she's taking 7 dicks at once.
It's everyone but him. It's just all the groomsmen.
He's the cameraman.
Yeah, he's the ball shiner.
Zach's
ball shining
by shining, and yeah,
Zach's sack.
Anyway,
that's good.
Yeah, so Disneyland funeral.
Wedding, birthday party, retirement party.
A birthday party would be good.
God, it's just it's all good, but it does remind me, and I didn't let it happen. But I mean, Sausage Party. Have you watched Sausage Party?
I started it once, but I never finished it.
I mean, it's not that good of a movie, but the whole point is that it's basically a kids movie cartoon. But the jokes and content is all adult stuff. And the cover for it, when it's on Netflix or whatever the hell it's on, just says Sausage Party with this happy sausage leaning in. And my kids would just beg to watch it. It's like, what is it? And I was like, we're not watching Sausage Party. I was like, it's not. I was like, see, we're on adult. We're on my thing. It's not you're not going to find this in kids, but it looks like it. I'm like, it's not. It is not. Do not ever watch this movie. I don't know if they ever did, but for a long time they would just beg me to watch Sausage Party.
Yeah, it has that really kid face, like that cartoony face, where it's like, watch me.
And I know I've shared this story, but it reminds me of when I went to watch Joker, the first one, not the new musical one. I never watched that. Everyone hated it so much I don't want to even try. But I loved the first Joker movie. and it was over. And it's fucking dark if you've seen it. It's a great movie. And we're walking out of the movie theater, and this mom stands up, like she's sitting down. She stands up, she turns around and looks at these kids that are like 9, 10 years old, and she goes, "Well, sorry," because she must have thought it was like a Batman movie, and just sat through the most brutal, darkest, depression, fucking suicide, murder-ridden movie. And he stands up and goes, "Well, sorry." And the kids are all just still sitting down. And I was like, fuck yeah.
Just packing up, like picking up candy things and the popcorn.
Just, well, sorry.
Oh,
and then
no.
I had to have heard me because she said it right in front. I turned the corner and just gave one of those because I couldn't hold it back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot out there where I don't have a movie off the top of my head, but you forget about the one scene in there. You're like, this is a funny movie. Like, I'm watching with my kids. And then you get to a part and you're like, oh yeah, fucking totally forgot tits were here.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
I remember watching when I was a kid, my dad loved like Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
I'm like, 12 years old watching Revenge of the Nerds with my dad, and all of a sudden they're running through the sorority house, tits out everywhere and stuff.
Revenge of the Nerds, that we got Bush.
We've got Bush. We've got Bush. Oh, hell pie. Yeah, but it's like, do we say something here?
Your dad is probably just like, Bush.
Yeah.
That is a hairy pussy.
That is a hairy bush, dude. That's how we used to like it back then.
Fist bump.
Yeah,
bonk.
Really.
Yeah, pretty good.
But anyway, I'm sure you can think of...
Yeah, and if you have examples of movies that everything's fine except for one scene for kids, send them our way. Hey guys at canyondon'tpodcast.com. We'd love to feature some of those so that so parents out there can... Our kids can show our grandkids.
Yeah, or steer clear of it.
Yeah, and mess them up for life.
No.
Ready for the flong?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's gape.
Is it dumb? Is it interesting? Is it cool? Then it's dick.
I got nothing back from Matthew Cooper yet. Hopefully he likes our message, though. Do you want to take this first story?
Sure.
All right, take it away.
I thought this was kind of weird.
Yeah?
Outnumbered by puppets, depopulated village in Japan crafts dolls for sense of life. Look at the picture.
This is a very Japan thing.
Wait, I think Zach's on your screen. What the hell?
Are you plugged in?
Yes.
Oh, God!
You just got that same ad. Okay. So look at the picture. There we go.
Okay.
So those are just everywhere.
Not creepy at all. Seriously, it's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
These puppets that we're looking at, they're like just a couple steps past the scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if a scarecrow, like someone just put like another hour into making a scarecrow.
I'm not sure what's going on here with this hat.
Covering the
little girl's face.
I don't know. They messed up the nose. Like, just put the hat over her face.
We'll just cover that mess up.
Yeah.
All right. With most of the population gone, residents of one village in Japan have come up with a novel plan to make it less lonely, replacing people with puppets. Fewer than 60 people live in Ichinono, and most of them are past retirement age as younger people have moved away for jobs and education. So using old clothes, fabrics, and mannequins, residents have stitched together their own population of puppets to keep them company. Again, look at this picture.
This is the saddest shit. It's so sad.
Some of the puppets ride swings, others push forward firewood carts, smiling eerily at visitors. We're probably outnumbered by puppets. Hisaya Yamazaki, an 88-year-old widow, told the Agence France Press News Agency.
Do you know how the quote being, we're probably outnumbered?
Yeah.
There's 60 of you.
Yeah.
So if you can count to 60, go count how many puppets there are and get rid of that probably. Because either you are or you're not. Like for your front door, the town is how big for 60 people? Go for a little walk.
Little village.
If you count more than 60 puppets, then we are outnumbered by puppets.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just like, probably.
If they can count anymore, they're
like
so
from
old.
their front step, they're like, well, I've got 3. There's 3 on my steps.
Swings, got a couple.
Yeah, 1, 2. I mean, I can see 18 from here. So, I mean, we're probably outnumbered by puppets.
That's just me.
That's just me. I mean, I haven't left my house in 70 years. I'm not about to do it now. So, no, if you just leave me and my puppets alone, we got dinner to make. Squeak, squeak. Rip their stick out of their little hole in the porch.
Take them inside with you.
Take them inside. You guys probably look out. It's supposed to rain tonight. Me and my 3 mannequins are going inside for the night.
The next day after a big rainstorm, they're just sopping wet.
Sopping wet. Eerily smiling, pushing a firewood cart.
Yeah.
Fuck this town. This is scary.
Japan has the highest percentage of people at age 65 and over in the world, according to a data released last month by the country's Statistics Bureau ahead of its Respect for the Aged Day.
It probably sounds cooler in Japanese.
Yeah.
Because, that's a pretty literal name for a holiday.
Yes. While the total population
Happy Respect for the Age Day!
Yay!
Has everyone put their mannequins out?
There's a little sign that says that.
With mannequins holding the sign?
Yeah,
Happy Respect of the Age Day!
While the total population is decreasing, the data show that the population aged 65 and over is at a record high of 36.25 million. That accounts for 30% of the total population.
That seems like a lot of old people.
Yeah. So imagine how many puppets are
How many puppets are about to be out there?
Yeah, dude.
And puppets make up for 60%. That's so scary.
Oh, look at this one on the bike.
Okay, can't wait. I think it's a real kid, isn't it?
No.
Oh, I stopped at the picture before this. You see it?
Oh,
is that not a real kid?
Yeah, that's a real kid.
Why is he? What's he
I
doing
don't know
here?
what he's doing there.
Running from the puppet?
Is the only child in the tiny, depopulated... He's the only kid, dude.
And his parents are 90.
Yep. And
he's the first kid born from mannequin sex.
Yep.
Yeah. Just positioning your little dolls that you made. And just being like, come on, we need a baby. God, what a creepy ass tale. Yeah, this one on the bike? Is that it? What?
That's a puppet.
That is so freaky. Fuck town.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a Fallout. Like when you're playing Fallout, where that's what it reminds me of, like a end of the world situation where there's like one guy that's alive and he's just desperate to feel like he's not alone.
Mm-hmm. You see that guy? Did my screen flicker?
Yeah.
Here you go, Zach.
What is this? It's the saddest fruit stand I've ever seen. You got some like half-ass bent over lady tied to a tent post and some kid being like, hey!
He's like right in the middle of a dance move.
Yeah, he's doing the electric slide.
Yeah, he is.
Slide on in here for a cranberry. God. Fucking A.
Look at that one.
This is, God damn it, Japan.
They're pushing firewood.
Next, you guys should focus on depression.
There you go. Look at this one.
Maybe we focus on mental health before we tell everyone to make puppets. A tiny head.
And then here's
the one kid.
Yep, in the House of Village. Yeah, it's only.
He's gonna grow up normal.
Yeah, he is. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Let's go down to the park and play.
The
all the swings are taken.
Yeah. Well, let's wait.
I guess we'll come back tomorrow. And that one puppet on the swing just like
still the same face.
One glove half falling off, just swinging in the guys. I mean, fun project.
I mean, I get the idea of not feeling lonely, but
but that's gonna make it worse. Like, for sure.
People are going to want to visit this village now to see this, too.
And they're like, it's so welcoming. We should move here. And they're like, yes, we need more.
Yeah, we need more people.
We need more babies.
The more people, the less puppets we need.
For every baby, we get rid of a puppet.
Every new baby, they just chuck a puppet in the trash.
Throw it in the furnace. Yay.
Yeah.
Ceremony.
That
61.
That brings our mean average, our age average down a half a year.
Now we have 72 puppets and 62 people. 10 more babies and we're back to even. God.
Anyway.
Such a Japan thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are keep it together out there in your village. Here's our next flong. Our piece of dick. Funeral home apologizes after body falls out of hearse on a busy road.
Yes.
I mean, movie scene.
Well, Jackass did that prank.
Yeah.
but this is real.
They really did it. We're heading to Poland. A funeral home had to apologize after a corpse it was transporting fell out of a hearse and into traffic. Always something. Late to work. Slam on your brakes.
Like, body,
God!
dude, there's a dead corpse in the road. What do you want me to do?
Always something. Reminds me of a story I haven't shared yet for the what are you thinking about? Maybe I'll do it down the road. The Hades funeral service in Poland came under fire. Weird to shoot at the hearse.
Hopefully it was bulletproof.
You'll never
glass.
drop a dead body again.
Is that the Pope Mobile?
Under fire when the driver was surprised by a white sheet fluttering onto his car window, only to push it away to see a body laying in the road. Ta-da!
It actually gets better.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Can't wait. The driver initially believed he hit a person who was crumpled in the middle of the crosswalk. A photo of the body circulated around local media, forcing the funeral home to take accountability. Like they first didn't want to take accountability.
Like,
That's even
we're
better.
just going to bury this
That
under
could
the
be
rug.
that could be anybody.
Yeah.
That could be anybody.
Yeah. Anybody.
That could be anybody's anybody. They're like, it's your. I mean, we think
We see your logo
your
on
hearse
the car,
is
on your
open,
hearse.
and you guys branded the dead body.
Yeah.
They have like Phil's funeral home. It's like, no, that's not us. Yeah, right. That could be anybody's.
Must be a different Phil's.
Must be a different Phil's funeral home. No, that's you guys. No, we actually had a branding thing stolen. So
yesterday, dude.
Just
It was
yesterday.
weird timing, but
it was crazy. I was in the middle of traffic and someone stole it. I don't know what they did with it. It is with deep regret that we inform you that as a result of an unexpected technical failure of the electric tailgate lock in the hearse during the transport of a body of the deceased, an unfortunate event occurred which does not reflect the high standards of our company.
look how many big words they used. We got
Nice
to make
try.
this sound professional.
They should have just been like, whoops.
Yeah.
Whoops shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
was our fault.
Our deep empathy towards the families of the deceased and the respect we always show to the deceased. Okay. No
Yeah,
other-
while we brand them.
Phil's funeral home with and then a coupon code underneath it. Just a marketing stunt. They didn't apologize to the fucking person that was behind.
That's what I found funny is that the guy, the sheet goes on his window, so he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It moves away, and there's a dead body. He has to think I just killed somebody. Like for a little bit, he thought he killed somebody.
And how great would it be if the dead body was dressed up like a magician?
Yeah. With those,
The guy's just like, just driving, and then a sheet goes and covers his car. He's like, "What the fuck?" He like rolls his window down and then grabs it off, and there's a crumpled magician.
he was gonna make my car disappear. Nope.
Rip it off. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
The fucking hearse peeling out down the street.
Guy runs out, grabs his branding iron.
And he
throws it
says
in.
a malfunction of the electric tailgate.
It sounds like he bumped the button.
It sounds like maybe you didn't close it all the way.
Yeah. Well, maybe it did one of those things where it's like, beep.
Yeah.
But you got to push it the rest of the way.
extra. Yeah. The guy was tall.
Yeah.
So like he was really squishing in.
It wasn't made for that. The casket was just like an inch too long. And to your point, the tailgate moving too slow,
right,
or too fast. Maybe this one moved too fast.
Just ripped open.
So it ripped open, and the
also, what happened to the casket? Right? What's happened?
maybe it wasn't in a casket. Maybe it was.
It was free balling. Commando dead body in the back of the hearse. Like, was it just on like a gurney? So then when it opened up, did the gurney fly out with it? I want some more details.
It could have been like a black van situation.
Could have been a minivan.
Yeah.
Like what they put my dad in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see my dad flying out the back of an Astro van. For sure. I mean, they didn't even put all the seats down for him. They didn't want to waste any time. Just get him to the right side when one seat's down, and that's where
They had to make room for.
That's where your dad goes. They're trying to push it down like a fucking bag's in the way.
He's an Uber driver too, so he's got.
My dad's like half sitting up on one sliver of the back of a minivan. Bye, Dad. So maybe there's that. Maybe they were blessed with the same situation and the same professional care that Phil's funeral home was taking for this dead body. Well, that's a fun one. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a story for you.
Okay.
Let's get drunk.
Okay.
Picture yourself hammered drunk.
Okay.
Like, and then tell me in the drunkest state of mind, would you pull off this mistake? It's all in the headline. We'll read the story, but we don't necessarily need to. Wisconsin dad drunkenly buys 14 tickets to Alabama football game, ends up being tickets for Alabama the band. Roll Tide!
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I guess I'd rather see Alabama the band than Alabama the football team.
Yeah, this year. They've already lost a couple times this year.
There's worse mistakes that could have been made. That's for sure. I generally do not know how this video has not gone viral yet because this is top tier dad move. A social media user from Wisconsin shared a hilarious short video detailing that her father allegedly told the family he bought tickets to the Alabama game. Guess who's going to see the Crimson Tide? Woo! Best dad ever!
Go Badgers!
He's like, go Badgers!
He's from Wisconsin, right?
Mm-hmm. He is. He's so drunk he started rooting for Alabama. But instead of pulling up to the Sea of Crimson Tide, they pulled up, what is this? No, deny that. They pulled up to a different stadium of sorts.
I fear the tide might not be rolling. Quote.
Their father bought tickets to see the legendary Alabama band, not to see the Tide on the 50-yard line. The uploader of the video hilariously captioned the video, I fear the tide might not be rolling. This dad is either a genius for deceiving his family into thinking he got them football tickets to get them to go enjoy one of the best country bands ever to exist, or as the uploader said on her screen caption, he might have been overserved at the time that he purchased the tickets. How hammered my dad was when he got us tickets to the Alabama game. After finding this video and appreciating the total dad move that was pulled, Whiskey Riff reached out to the user to get the full backstory. It can't be just us wondering how some folks from Wisconsin goofed on their ticket purchase, and well, it was because their father thought he was buying tickets to the game. The Alabama-Wisconsin game that took place back on September 14th. We're from Wisconsin, and he thought he bought tickets to the Badger-Bama game in Madison. He bought 14 tickets, which is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cheap.
No.
14 tickets when he was hammered in Vegas earlier this year. It ended up being the wrong event a month later.
Wonder how much
the trouble he was in.
I was gonna say how much they cost.
He was in Vegas on a bro trip, and he's got in trouble. He's like, "Fuck, how can I make up for this? I know. I'm gonna buy 14 tickets to the Alabama football game."
If they don't forgive me after that, I don't know what's
I might as
possible.
well not even go home.
Right.
The wrong event and a month off with a touchscreen. But hey, like we said earlier, worse mistakes have been made. Alabama band knows how to put on a hell of a show.
So they went to the show, right?
Yeah, at least they got their Dixieland delight, it says. Dads, you gotta love them.
I saw Alabama back at the fair back in the 90s.
At Spokane Interstate?
No, here in Moses Lake.
Moses Lake Fair?
Yeah.
How the fuck, what's Alabama doing out there? I met somebody from Moses Lake.
Did you?
This past weekend, yeah. I went to the Seahawks game, which by the time this episode comes out, it was the game they played the Bills. And it was the worst football game I have ever seen in my life, especially in person, yet alone, combining and this is coming from a Browns fan. Okay.
Not saying something.
It was fucking awful. It was the saddest stadium. And if you know Seahawks fans, usually it's loud and it's crazy and it's fun. It was so sad. Everybody was gone by the fourth quarter. It was nothing but just Bills fans left in the stadium.
So I was actually there Friday and part of Saturday.
Okay.
And I stayed at a hotel right down by Lumen Field.
Which one? Which one?
Silver
What's the name
Club.
of it? Oh, yeah.
I always stay there.
Walked right by
It's
you.
right next to the stadium.
Whew,
We probably passed each other.
Could have.
But a lot of Bills fans there, and they were excited.
Yeah. And
The Mafia travels well.
And they kicked the shit out of the Seahawks. Like it could have been 70-3, and I wouldn't have been surprised. It was only like 38-3 because they put in their second string everybody for basically the entire second half. But anyway, I just want to share that I met somebody when I was there that was from Moses Lake. They didn't know you. So
how old were they?
That's the first thing I asked. because they mentioned being from Moses Lake. They were 30. And I was like, probably used to bed outside.
Yeah.
He goes, probably knows my brother or something like that. But anyway, just want to share that with you.
What was his name?
I forget. Cameron. Don't know his last name. So that's not helpful. No. Sorry about that. I can look into it if you want to stalk him or something. Nah.
I'm over it.
Anyway, super drunk move. You ever bought the wrong thing drunk? I've done some shopping on Amazon drunk.
Oh, yeah.
But who hasn't? Yeah, like I think one time I bought like a 15-foot lightning cable. Because I was so sick of like having
Dude, at the time, you were like, I've been bitching about this for a long time.
And even after, I mean, I never really regretted it. Except when you have to travel and you're on an airplane and the only cable you have is 15 feet long. you stand up, it's like, all right, we're starting our landing. You're like, you get out of your seat and into the aisleway and throw your cable out.
Wiggle it out.
Yeah, get the memory out of it and just start curling it around your arm.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is still on.
Can you help me?
Just get a second.
Can you help me get this coil up in the overhead bin? Other dad's like, yeah, 1 second. He goes, all right, use your back. Okay, ready? Shove it in there. God. Yeah, it's annoying in that sense.
You didn't have a plug. You had to take it up to the pilots. Hey, you mind if I plug your the USB with the cigarette?
No, it should fit under the door. It squeezes under the door, runs right down the aisle to the row 26. So it was great. It's great at home, but it was not great for traveling.
Right.
So there was that. But I remember buying that when I was drunk.
Nothing pops in my head, but I know
it's happened.
You're just like, yeah. It's
that makes sense.
I mean, I think I'm trying to remember. I've bought like, fuck it. We're talking about buying something expensive that I would never do sober. I'd just be like, probably shouldn't do that. But let's say it's a concert, but it's the right tickets, but they're expensive. And it's like, oh, fuck it. Let's go to the game.
And you looked at it sober and you're like, fuck, $300.
Oh, I could tell you what I've done.
Then you get drunk and you're like, that's it? Woo!
Sporting events, like going to a Mariners game with some buddies or something, drink a bunch of beer and like buy a $250 coat or something. Just something I would like, I don't need this coat. But
you did in that moment.
Yeah. And it's like $250 for that. But
Zach,
at the time made sense.
Zach, anything?
I bought Woodstock 99 tickets when we were pretty wasted at one point when I was young. And then it was in New York, obviously, and I'm in Washington, and we did not go.
Oh.
We bought them early in the summer, and we were like, we're going. It's Woodstock for our generation. And then came and went.
It was Woodstock for our generation, though.
Yeah.
I watched that shit.
Yeah.
Seven Dust stole the day, I think, just throwing that out there.
They did. They kicked ass.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's our flong. You guys want to take a look at some happy news for this week?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's hit it. Zah!
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Hooray, we aren't doomed.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah, baby! All right.
Yeah, baby.
You guys know of the infamous problem with McDonald's ice cream machines, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially with kids now.
You ready to... it has its own app. It'll cover it all in the article, so maybe I should just fucking read it. But I have some good news for you. So, a broken McDonald's flurry machine, arguably one of life's greatest nuances, has finally been solved thanks to a court ruling. McDonald's franchises haven't been able to fix their soft-served ice cream machines on their own because manufacturing company Taylor owns the copyright and exclusive rights to fix the machines until now. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? So it's not just McDonald's being like just not fixing it. It's because they had to go through the company. And the company was dropping the ball because I'm guessing there's a lot of McDonald's.
Why would McDonald's just say, fuck you, we're going with someone else?
They probably could.
I always thought that they owned the company
That's what I thought too. There you go. So the United States Copyright Office granted a copyright exemption last week that gives restaurants the right to repair the machines by bypassing the digital locks that prevented them from being fixed. The inability to make timely fixes has been a bane on customers' existence, so much so that there's a third-party website called McBroken.com that tracks their availability. The exemption, which goes into effect, sure now by the time this article's out, or by the time this episode's out, was requested by advocacy group Public Knowledge and repairs website iFixit to allow third parties to circumvent digital locks on the machines for repairs. Although the full request wasn't granted, commercial restaurants' equipment received a narrow exemption. It goes on to say that looking at McBroken.com, it says broken ice cream machines have been a blemish on McDonald's reputation that even competitors mock them for it. Have seen that. And perhaps a fix could come quickly enough, or couldn't come quick enough. Nearly 15% of ice cream machines are broken as of the time this article was written, according to McBroken. According to McBroken. Love that.
I McLove that.
I mean, that's some good news.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned a little bit. It's not just McDonald's being like, fuck it, not fixing it. And then of course there's the side where you think they purposely don't do it just to get you, the ice cream just gets you through the door. You're like, well, fuck, I'm already here. I guess I'll get an apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
Something that costs a little more. They don't have to fix anything. They save on supplies. But it turns out that they literally couldn't fix them unless they went through that Taylor company. Think about how much money that Taylor company's about to lose. And if you, for some reason, know how to fix fucking ice cream machines, this is a great business opportunity. Do you want to open up an ice cream fixing machine or ice cream machine fixing company? Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
In the article, it also mentioned that they looked at the machines and what is broken is super easy repairs. Like it's just one or two things, but they legally could not fix them unless Taylor came and did it.
My youngest loves an M&M McFlurry, and so my oldest loves fries. So we'd always go to let's go to McDonald's, get some fries. And youngest is like, hey, can I get McFlurry? And I'm like, we'll see. And we went specifically for that, and it was broken, and his heart was also broken. And where was Taylor to fix that broken heart? I had to do it.
I had to stitch my son back together, and I'm sick of doing that.
I didn't have it. I didn't need any fucking patent or anything.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, off to the next thing. We got some funny for you. This is a fun one. Zach, do it.
The internet is pretty wild. Depending on your browsing habits, you can either experience something super cool or go to prison. Crazy, right? Let's check it out together as a couple. Hey, look what I found.
Yes, that's awesome. All right, what do we got here?
This was sent in by somebody, and I don't remember who it was.
Well, God damn it, Brian!
Fuck me.
Fuck Brian. Fuck.
You know who you are.
Yeah. What is it? What are we doing?
It's a.
Keep going. You're doing great.
It's a obituary.
We have a lot of dead old people talk today.
Well, the funny thing is, look at the picture of this guy.
Semen buffet.
Semen buffet. Oh God.
That's gonna be Seth's next. Would you rather? Would you rather go to a fucking Red Lobster but everything's cum, or
go to a Texas Roadhouse and everything's cum?
And go to Texas Roadhouse but everything's poop. Love you, Seth.
I do like seafood, but I don't like cum.
If I don't like cum, guess I'm going to Sizzler.
Anyway, this is an obituary for a fella.
Okay.
There we go. Look at the picture of this guy. Robert Adolph Bohm.
Okay. Old Bobby Bohm.
So what's funny here though, is the obituary.
Okay.
You want me to read it or do you want to read it?
You go ahead.
Okay.
If you start having troubles, I'll step in.
Robert Adolph Bohm, in accordance with his lifelong dedication to his own personal brand of decorum, muttered his last unintelligible and likely unnecessary curse on October 6, 2024. Shortly before tripping backward over some stupid motherfucking thing and hitting his head on the floor. Robert was born in Winters, Texas, to the late Walter Bohm and Betty Smith, after which God immediately and thankfully broke the mold and attempted to cover up the evidence. Raised Catholic.
No, there you go.
Raised Catholic.
There we go.
Robert managed to get his wife, Diane, pregnant 3 times, fast enough to just barely miss getting drafted into the Vietnam War by fathering Michelle, John, and Charlotte between 67 and 72. Much later, with Robert possibly concerned about the brewing conflict in Grenada, Charles was born in 1983.
Oh man, this is so good.
This lack of military service was probably for the best, as when taking up shooting as a hobby in his later years, he managed to blow not one but 2 holes in the dash of his own car on 2 separate occasions, which unfortunately did not even startle, let alone surprise his dear wife Diane, who was much accustomed to such happenings in the presence and may have actually been safer in the jungles of Vietnam the entire time. While the world was in conflict elsewhere, Robert made do by learning to roof, maintain traffic signs with the city of Amarillo, and eventually becoming a semi-professional truck driver. Not to be confused with a professional semi-truck driver. With the peace on the horizon, Robert's attention somewhat counterintuitively drifted to weapons of war, spanning the historical and geographical spectrum of the of 19,000 BC France to the Jambok of 1830s Africa to the Mosin Nagant M1 1891 of World War II era Soviet Union. Whatever the fuck that
Whatever
means.
just happened.
So many examples of these mainstream hobbyist items litter his small Clarendon, Texas apartment that one of them may very well have been the item referenced in his aforementioned eloquent final epitaph.
Okay.
A man of many interests, Robert was not to be entranced by historical weapons alone, but also had a penchant for fashion, frequently seen about town wearing latest trend in homemade leather moccasins, a wide collection of unconventional hats, and boldly mismatched shirts and pants. Robert also kept a wide selection of harmonicas on hand, not to play personally, but to prompt his beloved dogs to howl continuously to odd hours of the night to entertain his many neighbors.
Oh, man.
And occasionally to give us his many grandchildren and great-grandchildren to play loudly during the long road trips with their parents. Earlier this year, in February, God finally showed mercy upon Diane, getting her the hell out of there for some well-earned peace and quiet. Without Diane to gleefully entertain, Robert shifted his creative focus to the entertainment of you, the fine townspeople of Clarendon, Texas. Over the last 8 months, if you have not met Robert or seen his roadshow yet, you probably would have soon. We have all done our best to enjoy and weather Robert's antics up to this point, but he is God's problem now. Robert's farewell tour will be held Monday, October 14th at 10 a.m. Memorial Park Funeral. The family encourages you to dust off whatever outdated and inappropriate combination of clothing you have available to attend. A tip jar will be available, and the front flowers are also accepted.
Oh, man.
And then if you go to the wall, there are tons of comments on the wall.
Oh, I bet. This is what I'm talking about. Doesn't have to be all serious.
It's hilarious.
It's so good. So funny.
Because it's things that are about him. It's not just generic talk. It's like, this is very specific.
And I love knowing that, like, it's exactly what Robert would have wanted to happen, because he's probably just a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing one of his kids wrote it.
So when you were went over for the Seahawks game in Seattle, the reason I was there was for a funeral of a girl that I've known since we were babies. She's 40-year-old mom of 2, died of cancer. And knowing she was going to die, she planned her own funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? And so there was I
should have let my dad plan his. It would have been a beautiful disaster.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, let's say you got to plan your own funeral.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you hide little Easter eggs in there? Like little things that would, like, certain people would pick up on and laugh at and stuff?
I have a friend right now who's super outlived his predicted time left on Earth that has done exactly that. Like, he has bands, he has what am I trying to say? Theatrical dance movements and flash mobs, like all this shit planned for, his celebration of life. And he has it all written out. He sent like the scripts and everything to everybody to figure out what's going on. And he sold all of his shit at the moment. He's just kind of traveling around on an RV.
He wrote a musical, basically.
Yeah. And then so it's going to be this huge, really fun celebration whenever he does go. But I mean, that's just exactly, that's his personality.
That's so great.
I know.
It was kind of it was a somber thing. And I remember just thinking like,
she's setting it up. She goes, I want everyone to cry.
Yeah, I want to cry. Well, she did. She had one of the songs. She was like, her mom was looking about what she wanted. And she's like, honey, can we please not play this song? I will lose it. You know?
Just fuck you, mom. It's my funeral.
I know. Kind of. She did it a different way.
You planned your own funeral.
God. But anyway, I imagine that too. Like, what if I got to plan my own? What if I knew? So like all the little things you could put in there for specific people and
like don't tell anybody, but one person knows to show up at this moment.
Yeah. Like it's a whole thing.
Purposely like drop the casket into the hole, but your body's not even in that. And then another car pulls up.
And then they bring you down.
Bring you down with a drone.
Yeah.
Hello. Is a speaker attached to you?
It's a pre-prepared
Hello,
speech.
friends and family. Or you're not even with a drone. You're in a tree. Your friend shows up and props you up in a tree. Like you're up in the branches above but no one sees you. You have like a camouflage blanket on you. Casket falls, opens up, no one's in there. It just says like, ha, 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 ha. And then spotlights like, in the
white smoke.
And then a sheet goes, and you're sitting on a tree branch all stiff. Ha, 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 got you. Hello, kids. It's me. And your mouth is like, kind of moving.
Dude, it's so creepy.
I know. Almost as creepy as that Japanese town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather go to that funeral than that fucking village. All right, let's hear from the kids. Zach!
All right, let's hear what you guys think.
Really? You want to talk to me? Wow, that's cool.
Wow. All right. This first email coming in from our son Andrew, who writes, "Hey, father figures." Zach's my favorite.
I will be your father figure.
The podcast is incredible. Anyways, do you guys ever play adult flash games when you were younger? I did, and I was playing like Elastomania. You guys remember that one with the motorcycle that had stretchy tires? No? Just missed that one?
What would be an adult flash game?
I don't know. They're just like
kids?
sexy. Yeah, I don't know. Anime type stuff. I never did.
So like Cards Against Humanity? Or
Yeah.
something?
But this website popped back into my head recently, and within 5 minutes of looking, I found some nonsense. Go read the article under the description for this particular game called End of Sonic Inflation on Newgrounds. Do you guys remember the website
I
Newgrounds?
do remember Newgrounds.
Okay. So a bunch of flash games on there.
Yep.
And depending on how you got there through the school computers, sometimes you could play the games, sometimes you couldn't. In case you don't want to go look, I'll help. It's quoted below. Okay, bye. Sexy honk. Go ahead. 3 toots from Zach.
You're lucky you got that.
And yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. How come it won't fucking play? There it is.
Yeah.
And it said, Joe, I need a stand-up or something, dude, for real. All right, I'll start working on that. So Andrew did put a link to it, but like he said, he quoted the description below this video or below this game that was made. This poor guy is having a fucking meltdown. Right in the description of the game. Here it says, I'm sick and tired of all of it. I can't do this anymore. I worked so hard to create my first 2 Sonic Inflation games, and what do I get? I never get the recognition I deserve. I can spend my whole life working on this series, although I've spent over 9 years on it already, and you people still wouldn't care about it. I was promised the front page, promised my name would be all over the Flash world, and promised that I would change Newgrounds on and everything it stands for.
Oh, really quick?
Yeah.
Sorry. I now understand what Flash
games are.
I didn't realize it meant like the
animation.
Flash.
Yeah, the software Flash games. Yeah.
Got it.
Then it goes on to say, to all my fans, the few of you who care, the ones who saw this message I was trying to bring, I'm sorry. The history of mankind is the instance between 2 strides taken by a traveler. Gimberly chaotic. So it's a total fucking meltdown.
So this is a quote by somebody else?
This is what he wrote in, yeah. I'm guessing he's the one that made the game.
Chaotic. Got it.
So he had that whole meltdown, and then it says edit. 9/2/2015. It appears that I've been graced with the front page with this game. Finally, the people on Newgrounds can see the trilogy that will enlighten them and teach them about the Shockwave Flash, Shockwave Flash can do when you push it to the limits. Amen.
Oh my God.
Amen and God bless. You can also download the OST to this game, recorded entirely by me, Jimberly Chaotic, and then has a link. Just imagining, like, I mean, never made a game, never designed a Flash game, but imagining, like, Moretta makes a music video. And then you're like, oh, and you're watching it, and then you click on this, like, the more info on YouTube, and it's like, no one fucking cares.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know why I made this. I don't even know what the fuck we're doing anymore. For the few of you that give a shit, I was promised the front page of Reverb Nation.
That's what I was thinking.
Reverb Nation.
This could change the world. Blah, blah. And then it's like, edit. I got the front page of Reverb Nation. So, I mean, this is pretty cool. Amen and God bless.
Yeah.
And just leaving it.
Yeah.
Not just writing what the fucking game's about.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, putting in that much time, and then you release it, and it gets buried in the website, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing?
I remember I did, that's what I wanted to do when I was in college, was be a Flash designer.
Yeah.
So I made stuff in Flash. And you had to learn ActionScript, you got to learn the language and all that. And then all of a sudden, when the iPhone came out, it didn't work with Flash. Mm-hmm. So it was like, well, there goes my future.
Well, fuck that.
HTML5.
Thanks, guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This will never backfire.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the wave of the future, buddy.
Okay, adult older than me, I will trust you.
All my friends were told to go learn how to make websites.
Idiots.
80 grand.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Andrew. That was, feel bad for that guy. But I'm glad that he finally got the front page of Newgrounds.
I wonder that the time he opens up the thing and he's on there, like that feeling of like, oh
shit, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
I bet you it's still worth
Didn't
it.
even say like sorry or anything.
No,
Just
had a...
Amen, God bless.
Gotta see this game, though. Gotta see it.
I know. I tried to look it up. It was making me sign up for a Newgrounds account. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Homework. We'll do it ourselves.
Yeah, good job. All right, you want to read the next one, Brad Guy?
Sure.
Okay.
Second email is going back a ways, sent in by our son Clayton.
Okay.
Sup, Pops? Popses? Poppies? Anyway.
Popses.
You asked about strange encounters at places such as gas stations, convenience stores, etc. That means etc., Brian, he says.
Nailed it.
That's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Clayton.
Out for you today.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I have one for you that happened at a Sonic drive-in. I was patiently waiting on my food to come out when I saw a big truck pull up and park right behind the truck next to me, leaving it trapped in. A girl that looked to me about 17 with long, black, greasy hair and a hoodie on in the middle of July in the South jumped out of the back seat, crouches down behind the truck parked next to me, and pulls out a Sharpie and starts writing on the tailgate of the truck.
Well, you're just sitting there eating a flong?
Yeah, he's
just like
trying to read it.
Taking a sip of your milkshake. What's this bitch doing? What's going on over here?
People skating by on their...
Woo, doing a twirl, jumping off the curb, doing a side kick.
Sick moves,
Spread eagle.
She stopped halfway through and looked straight at me and smiled and waved super politely. She does the old lip smile.
Hey there.
Mm-hmm. Then continued to deface the truck. After she finished writing on it, she pulls out a small bottle of red ink, pours it into her hand, and rubbed her hands together, then put the prints straight on the truck next to her writing. She then jumps back in the truck, lays down in the back seat, and they peeled out in the parking lot and down the road. I noticed the truck was empty, so I hit the big red button and asked if it belonged to someone who worked here. Sure enough, a young guy comes running out, looks at the back of the truck, and immediately goes, "That bitch is crazy!" I asked him if he knew who would do this, and he said, "Yeah, it's this bitch from school, and she's just mad at me. I've been hitting on her girlfriend, and I've seen the way she throws hands. I don't want none of that." I looked at the damage, and she had written something to the effect of, "Fuck you, little bitch. Let me see you around town. I'll lay your ass down." Nice rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Signed with 2 bloody handprints. The bitch wrote a fucking threatening haiku. Anyway, sorry for the long email. Kinda. Later, fuckers.
I mean, just a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's not the first time she's done that.
No.
Like, she wasn't sitting there being like, okay, how am I going to do this? She goes, I know exactly what
She
to do.
pulled up and got right to work.
Yeah, just do like smiling and waving. It's like, fuck
That's
you.
really casual.
Mm-hmm, yeah, in a Sonic parking lot. And then it's like, putting red paint. And he just goes,
Yeah.
and he just goes, It gets back, looks at
Lipstick.
it. Yeah, looks at it, goes, all right. And then jumps in the back of a truck, lays down, and the car's like,
Mm-hmm. That is not her first rodeo.
They should be robbing banks.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Not writing threatening haikus.
It was like a Bonnie and Clyde, but I was going to give her a different name. Connie and Blyde. I don't know.
Nice. Fucking nailed it, dude. Yeah! All right, well, that's show 125.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Still no message from Matthew Cooper. Hope we got
Should we try to call him one last time?
Yeah, sure. I mean, could be at work. I don't know where he lives.
Do you know who we are? Trying to call you right now?
In the middle of the day, you don't pick up? See if he'll pick up this time.
This will be sweet.
Come on. He had to have gotten the video. He's probably sprinting out of work right now. He's just like, no,
come on.
Nothing. All right. Well, at least he didn't send us straight to voicemail that time, so that's good. If you want to get the bonus content on the back end of every show, we continue with the madness. You can sign up. Pick whatever tier is right for you. That's patreon.com/CanYouDon'tPodcast. We've got Instagram and Facebook. We love you guys' support on there. If you want to see the video version of the show, you'll find that on YouTube. Check out Scatcast.
Don't.
Don't?
Or do.
Okay. I think they should.
Either one.
Okay. Scatcast.com. That's scat with a K. Zach does a ton of work all over the place, a million different podcasts, so go check out what he's doing. Go buy some shit.
Yeah.
Rate and review Can You Don't wherever you listen to your podcasts. It does really help out the show. If you get there and it has some good ratings, fuck yeah. Thanks to the babysitters that moderate the Can You Don't Facebook page. That continues to grow. You ready to wrap this thing up?
Put a little bow on it.
Put a bow on it. Zach, put a fucking bow on it.
Good God. Wrap it up already, huh?
Fuck, Zach, fuck!
Fucking right.
So I got a little joke for you.
Okay. I am all ears.
A dung beetle walks into the bar and asks, what do you think he asks?
I think I got it, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Is this stool taken? He's a dung beetle.
He's a dung beetle, and he does poop stuff.
He loves poop.
I get it.
Well,
It's a funny...
is that what you thought it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say, do you mind if I sit on the stool? That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the stool taken, but I knew stool. I mean, we read enough dad jokes. Every day the brain just works in dad jokes.
You think about enough poop jokes or things like that.
I have a dad joke ready to go for a thing that I haven't even seen yet. Like Paige is working on an art project and I know what she's working on and she talked about it and I already made the dad joke for when the art project comes home, whenever that is. I'm all ready to go.
You want to?
No, I'm not going to spoil it. Okay. That's how dad's brains work. And this was already a month ago, but when I see it, I already have the dad joke ready to go.
Let's be honest. We were like this before we were dads.
Yeah, that's true. Now we just have a reason and a label for our comedy. All right, let's get to the bonus content.
Let's do it.
You do it. Yeah.